Good morning, guys. Today is Friday, December 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. Now, I don't know if any of you are superstitious, but I am. 13 is a lucky number, okay? 13 is a number of Scorpio. It's transformation and change. And if you know anything about the Scorpio energy, you will know that this is where this is detox. This is a detoxing energy. Anything that is not good for you is going to be either transmuted into something else, or you're going to get rid of it and begin to heal. Okay, Scorpio is regenerative, so 13 is always a sign of an intense transformation. Okay. Oh, okay, so this morning I was getting the word reversals backwards, ass backwards, and I was talking with somebody today, and I'm like, it almost feels like everything that's happening right now, it feels like all these planets are in retrograde. It's almost like out of character, or things are upside down. I'm getting a lot of people asking me what the hell is going on. And this full moon in Gemini really did get a lot of people in terms of being nervous, anxious, ADD. People were, they were definitely having trouble. And I thought I would get hit with the anxieties too. I haven't had anxieties in years. But sometimes when the Gemini moon comes around, I get a little over anxious. Okay, so I don't have the bad part. My anxieties have already been transmuted a long time ago. So when I feel this energy, I know how to combat it and turn it around and use it for my benefit. Have you ever seen the movie Wanted? Okay, basically in the movie it's about this kid. He's tired of being a pushover and letting life happen to him. He basically was volunteering to be a victim. Okay, when suddenly somebody appears, weird things start happening to him. Okay, somebody contacts him and says, hey, we knew your father. By the way, your father was a hitman, and we know you have his special powers or skills, which actually happen to be anxiety. Because in that moment of anxiety, it's like, God fun it, what is the word I want to say? I want to say it's kind of like dopamine. Why can't I think of it? I believe it starts with an A. Adrenaline. Gosh on it. Anyways, so you can use that adrenaline, and what adrenaline does is it's like a shot of caffeine, or it's like you did a line of coke. Everything becomes focused and clear. You're able to focus in on and direct energy to. Okay, so this sharp skill, sharp shooting, being able to pinpoint on a second's notice with complete accuracy without having to think about it. So it's almost like tapping into your natural abilities. And now I've forgotten what the hell I was talking about. The 13, the sharpshooter, the changing, things being reversed. So for a lot of you guys, there are things being reversed, or things seem ass backwards or kind of upside down. Okay, a lot of us can feel really, really beat up, and that could be because of accidents or health issues, or you could be beating yourself up mentally and spiritually, okay, and beaten down. Beaten. Or you can beat whatever it is you're trying to overcome. Okay, so anyways, let's move on. The numbers for today are 13 and 19. Okay, so transformation and change, beginnings and endings. Today is Friday the 13th. Okay, so it is your lucky day to end something. It is, for some of you guys, it's not your lucky day. Something's definitely going to end. You're going to have to surrender to what is. Surrender to the reality of the situation, and you're being made to be responsible for something. Okay, what do we have? 999. We also have 999, 3 nines. 999 is a purge. Like I was saying, there could be a purge or a detox. An ending. This could also be unconditional love. And this could be in setting a standard, or this can be somebody laying down, this is what I expect from you. Drawing the boundary lines. 999, a triple nine is also a very good sign. This can be unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. So, it could be your lucky day. Somebody could recognize that you're trying to change and possibly cut you a break. Let's see, what do we also have? 16, 16, 16. Okay, so that can be the somebody's getting what they deserve, just deserves. And this is in some kind of relationship or partnership. Can be in relations to children or dependents or some kind of court case. It can be attributed to a dependency that you had, like as in addiction. It can also be, we're in Sagittarius season, so it could be some kind of legal matter. And there's 19 again. So we have two 19s. So it feels like there's growth in one area. Some of you guys, it's multiple areas. So if you guys didn't know, yesterday we had the full moon in Gemini. It was exact in the mainland at 12:12 in the after, shortly after midnight, excuse me. So basically here in Hawaii, we had it on 12:11 at 7:12 in the evening. Now there was a lot of talk about 12:12, 12:12. Okay, that is a complete and total surrender. Gough on it. I forgot what I was going to talk about. My mind is ADHD. Thank you, Moon and Gemini. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so we have 1212 for the month and the universal year numbers. And then we also have 21 and 21, which is a culmination. It is an authentic expression. It's also about things coming together when you surrender to your reality and accept responsibility for your personal boundaries. Okay, so that's like saying, that's regret. I know I did this, or yeah, I did it, or yeah, I fucked up. That kind of deal. So there could be a lot of people in courts admitting to, yes, I did that. There could be some confessions. There could be some discussions. There could also be an announcement about some kind. I'm hearing landmark court case. So somebody could be made an example. I don't know why I'm getting that. They're telling me this. It has nothing to do with the horoscope. I haven't even looked at it yet. Then we also have the number 22. Now, two of those numbers, actually four of these numbers. Okay, so Venus, when it conjuncts with Pluto, it's at 21 degrees. But later on, as it moves through, it becomes part of a kite, which contains a grand psychic water trine. Okay, so Venus steps up 1 degree from 21 to 22. So there's going to be peace and things are going to come together in terms of what you value. Okay, love, pleasure, money, relationships, and Venus can also be children too, yeah? And then what do we have? What's the other one that moves? Oh, the moon. Okay, so as we speak, where's my moon? Where's my moon today? Okay, so it's already moved into Cancer, but we still have that leftover Gemini energy, so you may be emotionally sensitive. Okay, the sun is opposing the North Node, and it's conjunct the moon in Cancer, so that's a 999, and then later on, the moon in Gemini moves to 16 degrees in order to complete and completely align, excuse me, be completely aligned in the triplicity of the grand psychic water trine. Okay, so there is a progression of the moon of your emotions from endings, unconditional loves, purging, realizing that this is what you must do to find your North Star, to find your home, to establish yourself. Okay, and then when it moves to 16, it is moon 16, doing the right thing towards a relationship or partnership, or in regards to a child or marriage, or in regards to something you depend on or something that depends on you. So that's like cutting cords and cutting the ties, releasing emotions of the ego, of attachments, being attached or to depending on something. Okay, so anyways, I'll shut up and get started. Thanks guys for being patient. Okay, so as I shuffle these, I'm going to go over the transit for today because there's a couple, like I was saying. Okay, so for those of you who are in a first relationship or a first marriage, okay, they're telling me first contact. Okay, so if this relationship is new, it's possible that there could be some money issues and some insecurities. Somebody, and I want to say somebody might project from that, okay? For those of you who are versed, or you're in a stable relationship, or you're in the process of attaining a stable relationship, you may notice that somebody is having a little bit of issues, but they may not say anything, okay? Otherwise, you should be pretty energetic. You should be turning that Gemini energy into energy that you can tap into, like I was saying in the movie, resources, using it for resources. Wanted, using your resources for positive things. Realizing that it's not a detriment to you. It is a benefit, okay? So realizing that something is an asset and not a liability, or turning something that was previously believed to be a liability into an asset, or somebody's telling you, hey, that's an asset. Are you crazy? Why would you do that? You already have this. So I have, they're making me remember this conversation that I had with a girlfriend. She was thinking about leaving and selling her home. And I can't remember if she was moving in with her boyfriend a couple of hours away, or if she was going to the mainland. But she asked me what I thought. And I said, girl, are you crazy? You just paid off your house. You have a home, a fully furnished home, in a good area. You're already established. Your kids already go to this school. You already have these friends. You already do your business here, here, and here. You'd be crazy to leave now. And what? Really open up a new can of worms of having to advertise, having to sell your house. So she went and she did that anyways. And guess what? Here we are a year and a half later, and there's no place like home. She is now back at home. And honestly, I told her, are you crazy? You already have this. What are you thinking? But that was a leg of a tour that she had to take in order to learn some lessons about self-love. Okay, so just saying, right? Mars and Scorpio trining Neptune and Pisces. Creative, idealistic. Your emotions are powerful, especially with the moon moving to Cancer. And you're also imaginative. So there's a lot of creative energy out there. And if you didn't know it, if you didn't realize it, it is a lucky day. And there's also some creation numbers. We have 369 again today. In fact, guys, we have 3333. So when we have 4 threes, that's like tapping into the Akashic record. So some of you guys could get downloads. You could be coming across some information. There's still that number 3 again. So there's a lot of Gemini energy, a lot of information and data still kind of floating around. So that tells me that, you know, whatever your errands are, they're not completed yet. You're still working on the information, or working on the informer, working on the informant, or informing. So somebody could still have to be served some kind of papers, or released through some kind of paperwork. That's what I'm getting anyways. Okay, so Mars, surgery, energy, drive, war, bruise, cuts, knives, guns, swords, ammos, trining Neptune and Pisces. So I know what I need to do in order to get back in touch with my. It becomes clear what you have to do to get back in touch with spirit or your inner guides. Some of you guys, you may be trying some dark drugs. And what I mean by dark is like maybe the ones that give you an altered state of mind. Like I want to say Scorpio would be the underbelly, so it could be coke, ice, mushrooms, LSD, those kind of things, hallucinatory drugs, or ones that give you a shot of adrenaline. A shot. Hold on, guys. This almost feels like another shooting where someone is delusional. And I almost want to say they're picking on somebody, so it's selective targeting? Targeted for death. This could be poison. This could be drugs. So there could be more talk about, what are those called? Immunizations and issues with the poisoning, like the measles outbreak in Samoa. Oh, and this morning I was getting mercury. So mercury poison in the fish. And I saw those little, the dick fishes, the penis fishes or whatever. That is freaking crazy. And one of my relatives commented, you think that's due to seismic activity. And I was going to say, well, yeah, Uranus is still in retrograde. It's possible, but I don't think the big ones are going to come until Uranus goes direct. But also, on that same note, I was thinking poisoning in the water, something in the water, some kind of chemical in the water that's making them, they're committing suicide because they're jumping out of the pan and into the fire. They don't know. They're fish, right? All they know is they got to get out of the water, and they jump in onto the land, and they die anyways. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It talks about being between a rock and a hard place. What do you do when your options aren't, neither option are good or great, but you got to pick one and roll with it, at least for the initial time. I know I'm going off on a tangent. I've been downloading, I've never stopped since September 19th of last year, but the crown activity and the chakra activity and the nausea in the mouth has been really, really strong for the last couple of days. And according to my favorite psychic, there are some portals that are open, not only from the full moon, but also from the 12/12, and also some Mayan portals are open for like the next 12 days. Oh, and on top of that, we still have the Cancer eclipse energy, and that's actually coming to an end. We had the Cancer and the Capricorn eclipse within 2 weeks of each other. The Cancer one was back in July, so that usually lasts about 6 months. So we're coming to the end of it where you should see something happening. It's almost like when a planet goes to the 29th degree and something happens before it changes energy. So before this energy fades, it almost feels like something's going to hit you out of any of the things that Cancer can represent. And then we have the next solar eclipse in Capricorn on the 25th. Guys, that energy has already been coming in. If you haven't noticed, the cold, dark place. A lot of people can be depressed. A lot of it is the holidays. That's always where we start. But it's kind of like last year. Everybody was in a cold, dark, depressing place. Some people were pessimistic. Some people talked about not wanting to live anymore, being tired of waking up every day. So we are rolling into that energy now, and I'm sure you're probably beginning to notice Mars and Scorpio trine and Neptune. That could be an overdose also. The war on drugs. So I almost want to say opiates. You may hear something about opiates. Okay, so on to Venus conjuncting Pluto. So Venus conjunct Pluto, that is very deep-rooted, very intense passions, very sexual. This is at the core, in alignment with your true passion and love in life, okay? Also at this time, it can be a secret affair. Okay, I did mention earlier with the Capricorn that could be a scandal coming in, but this is like falling in love secretly. Or it could be in secret, could be like in private, like you could be at home and you could be, you know, scrolling through your Facebook and you come across a dog that has its own page and you're instantly in love, like, oh my God, I'm signing up for this, I love it. You know, it could be something small like that. We're still in Sun and Sagittarius, so it could be dogs, horses, motorcycles, that kind of deal. Whales, animals big and small, and what else? Dolphins. Suddenly falling in love with something and not really admitting it to it, but keeping it quiet. Pluto can be the dark side too, so some of you guys could be turning spiritual. You could be like all of a sudden turning Catholic, or all of a sudden turning Wiccan, or all of a sudden saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to start learning the Kabbalah. Something to that effect. It's go time. And loving the transformation, or loving what is happening to you or for you in front of your eyes. That Venus conjuncting Pluto is the one at 21 degrees. So it's kind of like finding a strong passion in life that is so aligned with you. You may have had this passion in your previous life and are just picking it up again, or are just coming across it. This can also be, okay, I'm hearing mating. Somebody's having surgery. Excuse me. Somebody's requiring surgery where they have to be put under into an altered state, or they have to be knocked out. Or there could be drinking and fights where, you know, people are getting violent with each other and they knock each other out or they beat each other up. Black and blue bruises is what I'm getting. Handling finances. It could be that you've picked up something that you're keeping to yourself. Can be physical, mental, or spiritual. And you're rolling with it, almost like an obsession, something that you're obsessed with, or something that you're going to be committed with. Can be a person, a place, a thing, an idea, even an animal. It could be like, you know, today all of a sudden I fall in love with this pen. I freaking love this pen. It goes everywhere with me. I'm sticking it in my ear and I'm never letting it out of my sight again. That kind of deal. So it really also speaks to I want to say an obsessive commitment, but it's more like a stable commitment. Or a commitment to discipline. A pledge, pledging to. It could suddenly, it could be suddenly knowing or realizing what you have to do. And also, we do have a Jupiter sextiling Uranus coming up. I believe it's next week. And that is going to be a sudden stroke of luck. Like amazing rags to riches, instant popularity and fame, going viral suddenly. That kind of deal. So that energy is also coming in along with that Capricorn. And then, of course, the last of the Cancer eclipse energy. Capricorn is very prominent. Okay, so a lot of you are beginning new enterprises, brushing up your skill, learning another leg of your skill, or adding to make your services unique. Okay, so part of that kite, Venus conjuncting Pluto, Venus at 22, Pluto at 21, so being at peace with the changes, or being at peace with finding your destiny. And that is the Venus, Pluto, and Saturn conjunction. That's part of it. That is where the kite expresses its energy. Okay, the kite indicates a leveling off, which is very apparent with Venus at 22 degrees. It comes together. It's like a closeout or a resigning to, or a being like, okay, this is what it is, or relief and alleviation. So it feels like relief and a save. Say a prayer for me now. Save it to the morning after. No, don't say a prayer for me now. Save it to the morning after. Save it to the morning after. So this is kind of like in the wake of destruction, or in the wake of all these changes and all these shifts, you finally find your peace. You finally find that opening, the light at the end of the tunnel, knowing where you got to go, what you're committed to, what you're committed to changing, and what you're committed to being comfortable with when you were not comfortable with it previously. Okay. And they're telling me these things. This is not all everything I have written in there. Okay, so that kite is the extension of the grand water trine that's in the sky. So with the grand psychic water trine, excuse me, we have Mars in Scorpio, North Node in Cancer conjunct the moon in Gemini. Okay, and then Neptune and Pisces, all water signs. Okay, emotions, feelings, empathy, maternity, nurturance, feelings, the conscious, the unconscious, fertility, vulnerability, your soul, the past, the sea. It is about a great ease in your emotional life. So we come to the end of the road, and I can't let go. So a lot of you guys are like, okay, this is supposed to happen. I am rolling with it. Now with the Grand Psychic Water Trine, it can, what was I going to say? It has the most creative potential. Plus we have a 369. So be wary of what you say and your intentions behind it. What it does is, this Grand Psychic Water Trine takes you to highly transformative levels. And people with this trine, like in their chart, or have it with the transits that is happening right now, you are able to tap into the spiritual and psychic realm. So guys, somebody's plugged in. A whole lot of you are plugged in with the outer planet transits, okay? It's encouraging you to trust your instincts and your intuition above all else, because your intuition is your guide right now. It's very strong. Okay, so pay attention to the messages coming in. Let's see what else we got. The moon conjuncting the North Node. Okay, finding your home. And getting support. People who are like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. Awesome, you know, or it'll be okay. Now, the thing with it, there's events centering on home and family. Doubly so with the moon and Cancer, because Cancer, well, all of the water signs are ruled by the moon, basically. You know, Scorpio and Pisces are too, even though there's Neptune and Pluto and Mars in the mix also. But the moon speaks of emotions, which would be the water signs. Okay, so there could be somebody entering your life right now that's helping you out, and it's most likely to be a woman. It could be a child, it could be your best friend, it could be a relative, grandma, auntie, sister, your chosen family, grandma, you know, great aunt, whatever. It's usually a woman, and they're helping out, and it's going to be significant. This is somebody who you've got bonds and emotional ties with from the past. So it could be somebody coming to visit too. And this is also a time for arrivals and departures. So if somebody's leaving your proximity, your 3D proximity, or somebody's leaving your area, or somebody's leaving your life, or they're leaving this world, then that's when people are going to come in to support you, especially that one woman who comes to you and says, hey, I'm here if you need me. Okay, and a lot of times this can coincide with children being born, events surrounding your offspring, if there's accidents, and there's accidents in play, definitely with the Gemini full moon that we just had. And the thing is, this woman that is coming in, and the situation that is happening is pressuring you subliminally to step forward into something new. Okay, and you cannot spend time spinning on what you feel you've had to sacrifice, or you will experience more. Okay, in addition to your karma. So you need to go with the flow and accept the reality of your situation. There's no denying, there's no ignoring, there's no dismissing. This is definitely in your face. You're gonna have to deal with that. You cannot go backwards into your shell. Some of you might go into your shell, but you're not gonna be able to stay there. I want to say I guarantee you it. So a lot of you guys out there, check on your friends, check on your family, make sure everybody's doing well, and make sure that people know that you love them. Okay, clarify expectation. Where are we at? 31 minutes. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to make it short, huh? Clarify gift. Some of you guys are worrying about Christmas, stressed about, having to buy stuff for Christmas. Some of you guys are hoping that, well, some of you guys can be really down, feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you don't have any friends, that nobody loves you, and that you have no one. And honestly, that's not the truth. Some of you guys are waiting for a word of all you need is a word of kindness. So I want to encourage you guys out there. If someone's, but when I'm down and feeling blue, I close my eyes so I can be with you. Oh, baby, be strong to me. Baby, belong to me. Help me through. Help me, you. Wanting to know if your loved ones are okay in heaven. So this could be a message from heaven, message from beyond also. Yeah, both of those, the Mars trining Neptune and Venus conjuncting Pluto, you can literally touch into the other realms. Some of you guys might be having dreams. Some of you guys might be actually seeing ghosts. Some of you guys might be hearing or dealing with. Things from the past can come up. Like for me this morning, I had a picture from when I was 16, or 15 actually, and I looked at that and I went, oh my God, my daughter's the same age. And I looked at that picture and I went, wow, I had some fire back then. And even one of my friends said, you were a badass. And I was like, oh, really? You thought I was a badass when I was that age? I never realized that other people thought of me that way. I didn't think of me that way. I kind of didn't pay attention to anybody, kind of like now. What people thought of me, I don't give a fuck. But, wow, that was a beautiful compliment this morning. And I was like, thank you. Nowadays, badass, nowadays naughty means badass. Kind of. I was naughty in the fact that, I had a Sag moon. So I had a thirst for adventure. And I did. And my daughter kind of does, but her other planets kind of keep her close to home. But I love the fact that I saw that picture and I went, oh my God, there's that fire I had in me. And I see that same fire in my daughter. Anyways, let's get to the reading because I've been talking too fucking long. Okay. High honor, praise, glory. This can also mean big. Big changes. So this can be an about face. This can be a turnabout. This can be a reversal. Oh, it can be a reversal of fortune because of a minor detail. Okay, so I'm hearing reverse hearing. So this can be a hearing to get something back. It can be getting your hearing back. It can also mean some kind of recovery, a big recovery because of one little detail that was overlooked. Or you can be like, oh my God, I completely forgot about, thank you so much for remembering me. I overlooked that detail in my work. So there can be a mistake. Also, the full moon in Gemini, and like I said, it kind of feels like retrograde. So initially, you may have been confused about something, but you may have overlooked a detail, or you weren't looking at it correctly. You ignored a detail that was, I'm hearing critical detail. You may have missed a critical detail on your tax return. You may be getting back a bigger uh, tax return than you thought. Praise, honor, award. Or you guys are waiting for a release of something, but you've got some paperwork that you have to do more work on. There's a detail missing or paperwork missing, so you're not quite done with something. It could be taxes, could be inheritance, could be in regards to a property. Or there could be, I want to say, the detail could be a secret. Or you could have missed a red flag or overlooked a big red flag, a critical detail. Praise, honor. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh boy. This is an I neglected to tell you, or omitting by silence. So this is kind of like cheating. Somebody cheated. I don't have the actual cheating card here. Cheating on the taxes. Cheating somebody at work. So you may not have given somebody a discount, or you may have taken the discount that you weren't supposed to have. A little 5-finger filching, telling yourself nobody will ever know, but it was something that was big. Or somebody's missing something big or something critical, a critical detail. They're not picking up on something. Or they could be realizing that they need to take some classes. Or some of you guys just don't want that acknowledgement. There could be somebody's, oh yeah, somebody praising you, like how my friend said, you're a badass. You may have never known that. Or, if you've got a lot of people going, oh my God, you're so awesome. If you're surrounded by a crowd, people are messaging you or people are crowding you, you may be shying away from all the attention. You may not want, this could also be anonymous, unknown. Anonymous, I want to say anonymous or unknown benefactor. Unknown benefactor, a silent gift. So that almost feels like Secret Santa too. I think somebody did the Secret Santa and they sent something really nice and thoughtful. And they didn't sign their name. That's kind of what it feels like. A gift. A gift from the unknown soldier. flag upside down. Why am I getting flag upside down? That's going to be relevant to somebody out there. Okay, so Judgment, Prince of Discs, Ace of Swords, and the Empress. So for those of you who got cheated on, you might be finding out that the person they cheated on is pregnant and that they went to visit them. It's the new child. Okay, I'm hearing the Beastie Boys. It's the new child, but the song doesn't say new child. It's a new style. So this can be raising a spiritually conscious child. Being determined to raise a spiritually conscious child. So this really speaks to doing what's best for the child, no matter what. Judgment, karma, Pluto. We do have Pluto today, okay? And here's the Empress. So this is the Pluto and the Venus conjunction right here. New knowledge, you learn something. A regeneration. They're giving me psychic downloads. I've been having trouble processing for the last 2 days. Judgment is karma. It's a wake-up call. So this could be a visit by somebody you may have known them as a child, or you may recognize them. They may look like their mama. Princess of Discs is slowly but surely. It's also good news and visitation. So we've come to tell you the news. It's a girl. Ace of Swords is recognition, it's truth and clarity and communication. And the Empress is all about beautifying. This is abundance. She's representative of Venus and ease. Grace, beauty, and ease. Somebody's going to manifest a child here. Okay, I'm reading a lot into this, into the Christmas spirit. I'm getting that they're coming for the child. So there's visitations right now. There could be somebody who's giving birth, or could be having stomach issues, could be cancer. Somebody coming to tell you that they just learned that they had cancer. Okay, I'm getting the scans and the x-rays. They missed a spot. Let me take a look at this. 5 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and Prince of Cups. Okay, for some of you guys, the person that cheated on you, they've got this other person pregnant. You're finding out, or they're disclosing it to you, and now there's a big fight or competition. Somebody needs to be single, and there's an apology from the male or a young child. They can have you. She can have you. Yeah, you may find out that there was a secret visit. Somebody went to go see somebody else too. There's another group of you guys who somebody went to go visit. Probably a woman with child. She could have been a Libra or a Taurus. This could also be helping somebody out. What do you need? I'll get it for you. So this could be suddenly deciding to take care or supporting somebody who's pregnant or who has an idea. Supporting them in their manifestation. So you could be giving them their energy, or you could just be physically present. Prince of Discs is slowly but surely communication and visitation. So my, how you've grown. So yeah, visiting. Five of Wands can be fighting. It can be projection. I'm sorry, I thought we were broken up. So it can be discovered that somebody cheated on you when they thought you were broken up. Also, too, it could have been when you had a fight. For some reason, they thought you broke up because you had a fight. So now there's an apology after a confession. This can also be somebody granting you relief, physically doing things for you and helping you after they've fought with themselves. They may have fought with themselves, but they may also be realizing that if they don't claim their relationship with you, if they don't claim you, there's other offers. Or they just recognize that you're very attractive and that they're afraid that somebody else will give you an offer. Okay, betrothed. They want exclusivity, okay? Expectation, waiting to be empowered. The waiting. And also the knowing that something is on its way. Six of Pentacles, payback, Princess of Wands, impulsivity. I can't wait till it comes. I can't wait for the reversal. This can be excited. I'm getting this back. I just have to wait for the finalization of the paperwork. So there's excitement in having something returned to you. Okay, this is payback. It's also give and take. It's reciprocity. So if you're getting something back, this means that something had previously been taken away from you and you're excited. Go get them, Tiger. Tiger stripes. For some of you, this is the child. The child returning to the mother. For others, this is your job. It could be a property. Your emotional security. The return of your emotional security. Nice. It could be money too. Getting back money. I got my baby back. So it could also be a pet returning to you. Even an old job, because Six Pentacles. Pentacles can be the boss. This can be the father figure coming home, waiting for daddy to come home, waiting for that right job. Uranus is also in Taurus too, so this could be something that's suddenly going to happen, and you know it's going to happen because the Uranus component. Somebody could be feeling empowered because they're getting something back that enables them to be stable, or they're getting their stability back. Oh, look at that. We've got the gift card. We've got the number 17 gift card and the star card, both number 17. I've been seeing 17, 17 a lot. So this is a wish, make a wish. Your wish is coming true. I'm also make a wish foundation too. I'm getting make a wish foundation. This is hope and healing after the storm. It is also 11th house. Okay, so that's hopes, wishes, friends, social life, groups, and society. Could be coming in right around Christmas. Some of you guys are worried about Christmas, but this looks like with the star and the King of Wands, this is action, taking action. Somebody's going to come in and save the day. It looks like you're going to get a gift that somebody has taken the time to think about. Okay, gift and concern, 17 and 33, the builder of trust. So somebody's putting a lot of thought into this gift. They have no idea what to get you. They know that they need to blow you away, or maybe they just want to get it just right. Okay, they're jazzed. They really want to get you something that you're going to love this time. This is not going to be a thoughtless gift that, you know, oh my god, I got to run into 7-Eleven. I know I'll buy her a rubber band, or a hair, you know, some cheap knockoff, or something that didn't have a lot of thought. Okay, this one is a really heartfelt gift. Very, wow. Guys, for a second here, I couldn't think of anything to say. So the first two words that popped into my head after that period of blank mind was speechless. This is a showstopper. This gift is going to have you speechless. Mentor of Cups. The builder of trust, therapy. The gift that makes you cry. The gift that makes your heart bleed with joy. So it's really personalized and individual with this gift that you're going to be getting. A dream come true. For some of you guys, you could be action time. For some of you guys, somebody's going through therapy. Somebody's going to therapy. Somebody's going to rehab. This person can be an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Scorpio to Sagittarius. They actually may have already talked about this or done something, like maybe they took a step already. They may be calling around for information right now. Mentor of Cups, a lesson. Sacred commitment to the sensual. This is a teacher or a student. Why do I drink? Why do I do drugs? Why do I compulsively do this? Why do I have PTSD? Why do I have OCD? Why? And what do I do about it? It's too much already. I can't handle it. I can't deal with it. I want to start loving myself. I want to start healing. So that, let's see, Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords, Prince of Wands, Strength, and Emperor. Somebody wants to bring back the stability in their life. They want to get a control of something, of themselves. They've lost control a long time ago. Or maybe they realize that they've never had it, and they're beginning to reach for it. Okay, Queen of Swords. Somebody here is divorced. It may have been recently. It may be right now. Oh, okay. So somebody here has projected onto their partner, a lot. Okay, so this could be talking to somebody about what they did. You may not even know that they talked to somebody. So they could have been talking to a friend, and their friend is kind of like an advisor, a sounding board, or their friend tells them straight, hey, you know, you're fucking up. You need to stop doing that. You need to start taking care. They're the ones that put the bug in your ear or gives suggestions. Some of you guys are trying hypnotism. And I want to say sound bites like isochronics, binaurals, subliminals, hypnotism. Some of you guys, couples counseling. The only reason why I said that is they keep bringing my eyes back to the 2 jugs. You see how she's pouring out the 2 jugs of water? That could be indicative of 2 people crying. It could be happiness. So it could be couples counseling. Or this could be the mediator, a mediator, somebody who's in the middle, who's agreed to mediate something or negotiate something or facilitate something. So this could be, what, a gift certificate to a facility or an all-paid, all-expense-paid consultation. Business records. This could be a tax audit or business records consultation. Bookkeeper records, keeping track of records, a recorder. Some of you guys, like, a recorder can be a flute, it can be a new phone, a tablet, laptop. Recorder. This could be marriage counseling, because record her would be to renew ties to her. That could be renewing the marriage vows or celebrating an anniversary. For some of you guys, it could be because you guys, a War of the Roses. Some of you guys are having the War of the Roses. Look at that. Okay, Queen of Swords, Libra energy, also Virgo into Libra. So saving the day in a diplomatic way, being detached, being independent, not being attached to anything, completely independent of. Warmongering. Where the fuck did that come from? News of war. News of war, warmongering. So you could be going to couples counseling, alcohol counseling, but one of the underlying main ideas would be because of the War of the Roses. We're fighting too much. Somebody is taking responsibility for their actions. Look at that, Prince of Wands. Usually I see an angry face in this, but both this, you know, from Prince to King, they're smiling today. Okay, they're smiling. So this is ambition. Learning, studying. It can be a nightmare. So for some of you guys, if you're going to couples counseling, it's because somebody's been projecting an image on you, and this is, some of it is his fault. Okay, but you're doing something to change those beliefs that society instilled in you. You know, barefoot and pregnant, that kind of bullshit. Okay, it does not suit everybody. It is not one size fits all. Okay, and somebody is recognizing that they've been projecting, they've been angry, and they've been throwing daggers at somebody, and they've slowly learned that When they do that, they get the cold shoulder. They get chilled. They get the icy look, the icy glare. The Ice Queen comes out, okay? Because Queen of Swords, she doesn't play. She doesn't play that bullshit. She has her own house. She has her own mind. She has her own money. She doesn't fucking need anybody, okay? She will cut you with her sword. Ooh, your face in your hands. She's a free bird. Why do I hold her back? Why do I want to fight with her? Someone here, this male has a tendency to act immature. They play the blame game. And the Queen of Swords constantly has to wield her sword and be like, oh, hell no, bitch. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you the real deal. You're delusional. Mars and Gemini can be news of war. Lady Liberty. This can also be studying, learning, interning, a probationary period. Classifying. So this can be, I want to have a normal life. Also too. This could also be stereotyping yourself, classifying yourself, or getting classified. So this could be consulting somebody and putting out an ad. Or searching, is seeking out. Or this can be simply admitting to, I know the best way is to listen to her. She'll train me. She shuns me every time I become unhinged. I keep hearing, oh, hell no, bitch. So it's kind of like she's got the Wonder Woman bracelets on and deflects bullshit, kind of. She doesn't put up with my shit. Strength and the Emperor. A legacy of being strong and brave. Doing the right thing. Promoting growth and happiness. There's the roses. So this is a sense of balanced, healthy justice where the beast can be tamed. How do I tame the beasts that plague me? I want to know. This is also opening up the heart chakra. Opening up the heart chakra, and not just random bursts of heart being open, and not just when it's convenient for them. This is a permanent thing. Permanently opening up the heart chakra for somebody. Somebody wants to legacy and stability. So it looks like there's a lot of activity into gaining ground on stability, into coping with day-to-day life, into boosting the strength that you never knew you had, uncovering what your strengths are, knowing what your strengths and your weaknesses are. That's what it looks like. It's telling somebody what your strengths and your weaknesses are. And some of you guys, it's, I want to ask her to marry me. I want to grow old with this person. I want to build a home with this person. Where are we at? An hour and 5 minutes? Okay, I was just going to say, let me get a final outcome. Ooh, where before they thought that you were beneath them, they thought that you constantly had to work for them, they might have treated you as if they were an employee. And now this payback, they're actually picking up their part of the work now instead of leaving it all for you. So that's a good thing. It's definitely a role it's like a role reversal, but it's kind of like where you've been doing too much and they've been claiming they were doing too much and then you're still doing too much. Now you're picking up on a little bit of an ease. They're giving you a break. They're not making you do as much, and they're actually being responsible for themselves. Like, you know, there are some who, as soon as your man comes home, the minute they walk in the door, you know, like kids, they're pulling off their clothes and leaving a trail of clothes and don't even bother to pick it up. Now they're coming in. They may be, you know, still pulling off the clothes as they walk through the door, but they also turn around and pick up the clothes and put it in the laundry basket. Even if they put it all in a pile and don't leave it all over the house, that's little steps, guys. Baby steps. Okay, so a little bit at a time, one day at a time, one step at a time. Chakra clearing. Archangel Metatron. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometrical shapes. Okay, guys. The Grand Psychic Water Trine, I told you, right? I did mention that it was the shape of a triangle. And that it exits through a kite. So it kind of looks like a diamond. A diamond in the rough, basically. Spread your wings. Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, it is time to move forward and grow. I've seen a lot of roses, and the sun here is about knowing that you have to grow and wanting to grow with somebody else. I still feel like I gotta pull one more. So much into reading. They're telling me use this. Okay, of Heaven Ascending on Earth, Oracle Cards by Norma Jean Campanero. I had them in my store at one time, but I haven't had any decks lately. This deck was inspired by the 2017-2018 Lava Flow. Can I get one? Thank you. That's the one. Oh, look at that. Okay, didn't I say something about silent or silence earlier? Look at that. Hamal. What a beautiful card, yeah? Gorgeous. And by the way, here's the back side of her oracle cards. Hamal, silent. Find time for silence. Listen to the stillness day or night and honor the beauty that surrounds you. Okay, so it's indicative of a feeling of peace in the physical reality and internally. Aina, earth. Be grounded. You are worthy. Love yourself as you love Mother Earth. Nurture your soul and essence. You are deserving and your presence is honored. Wow. Yeah, deserving just deserves. Okay, it is time to step into your new reality. Or as what's his name from Serious Coffee, Serious Joy. God, I always forget his name. I want to call him Christian. Sensei Christopher Wateki from Serious Joy always says me-ligion. Okay, because these are self-created ideas. And I forgot what I was going to say. All right, well, happy, full moon and Gemini energy to me. God. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you next time.